To discuss with residents that live in the District 8 area the happenings and the current state of affairs. I don't like that.
Let's start again then.
Okay.
Even though we're live
Okay.
and everybody's watching. And they should come to the East Cleveland Public Library. That's where we're at live.
Yes, so I need you to come here to discuss some very important issues that's happening in District 8. We're going to be discussing things concerning East Cleveland. You know, there's a big to-do about the dump site, as well as talk about the things that may be happening with the merger and where we stand on that.
When you say dump site, what are you talking about?
Oh, we're talking about on Noble Road, off of Noble Road. There's a dump site that sits right behind residential areas, and there is a grave concern about the health and safety of the residents within that area.
Now, keeping it real, you actually marched to go up there.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because, you know, it really concerns me because we have elderly residents there. We have children there. And, you know, even regardless of age, gender, sex, or whatever the case may be, it's a definite health concern and a sanitation issue, and we need to deal with it.
Well, how can we deal with it? What do you suggest?
One, we need more people to come out and protest. We need more people to go to the city council meetings. We need more people to put pressure on the EPA. Call your state legislator, even your current state legislator right now. Call him to see why he has not done the things that he needs to do to help the community.
No, we've called the people of Noble Road, have actually called our state legislature guy, and he never came down to see them. He has not been a part of the situation. He's totally wiped his hands of it. And this is what people are looking for, a change. And how can you bring that change for us down on Noble Road?
Well, you know, I have been doing this and fighting against the dump for maybe a year or a year and a half now, even before the dump site came to pass, because I knew that there was going to be concerns with the toxins and so forth that, you know, would come there. I think the one thing that really concerns me is that the state representative does have power to implement legislation that can help the city at this current time. And whether it's a learning curve, or maybe he just really doesn't think that it's a high priority, we need to agenda set. And the only way that we can do that is, again, to come out in numbers and pressure and pressure and pressure. And if it doesn't work that way, go to your governor, go to, Marsha Fudge. You keep moving up the ladder until we try to get something done.
No, we've gone to Marsha Fudge and actually went to her town hall meeting, and she's pledged, and you were at that meeting.
Yes.
You were the only person that was at that meeting who was even asking about helping the Noble Road folks. Other stuff that we could possibly do, we've done, gone to the EPA. The fact is that there are people getting sick down there, and that's a big problem. The lady down there who is 108 years old, which we put out there, she's called the police numerous times, and they've come down. It appears that there's a domestic situation going on with the Arco dump, and now we're caught in between a domestic relations situation where the new owner, or the actual owner, is vowing to continue bringing this cash cow in there. Now, my question, because yesterday I went down there, the garbage is falling off the wall at Euclid. It's actually coming over the walls. She's gone crazy with it. The city's not going to do anything about it. Our state legislator, who your opponent, is just totally not going to do anything about it. The state senator, our U.S. senator, who is in the incumbent right now, has not done anything. So the residents are looking at you, and they see you all the time, and they believe in you because you march. You've had some nasty things said to you by our mayor, Gary Norton, and now you're running, and they want to know what you're going to do.
I think that another way that we can look at it, and I brought this up before, and it's a matter of, number one, the finances with the city, and we know where that is right now. But just like City of Cleveland, take for instance, they have a consent decree. Consent decrees don't only apply to crime and different things like that. You can also utilize a consent decree for EPA and environmental concerns, abandoned building concerns, which we do have in East Cleveland. So that could be another step that the citizens take to bring about a court action to see if we can get that done through the Department of Justice as well. And I know that there has been some issues with the cooperation there, but we can't leave any stone unturned, and I think that would be another way to address it. Aside from that, we may even have to look at the charter and may have to look at doing charter changes and see if we need to, revamp the whole government to try to move the current administration out so that we can move forward with some things.
No, just segueing into that, there's a recall scheduled here in East Cleveland on first Tuesday in December for the Mayor Gary Norton Jr., and our council president, Thomas Wheeler. Now, Thomas Wheeler, this is his third time out, and he's just saying that you're not going to get me out. We kind of think we are. And based on what the mayor did to you, I think that swayed a lot of voters, because you should never talk to anybody the way he talked to you. The question is, on election day, when we'll be at Mayfair Elementary School, will you bring us some stuff so we can get you into office?
Oh, definitely. I would love to, and thank you for asking.
So how can people get your literature to put up your signs and anything else? How can they reach you to get that happening?
Okay, one way is to reach me on Facebook. You can look for Cassandra McDonald, elect Cassandra McDonald on Facebook, and if you send a comment, I'll get you the information out. Or you can also reach me by Gmail at elect Cassandra McDonald, and that runs all together, electcassandramcdonald@gmail.com. Or you can also contact 216-303-4680.
Wow, you got to say that and say it slow again.
216-303-4680.
Okay, and pretty much that's all we have to say. We're here, and we're hoping people come down and take part in this. But I see we have people watching us on Facebook, and we're hoping that this gets out to a lot more people. Is there anything else that you want to say so they can go out?
Yeah, definitely. This is it. I think that we have been calling for someone that's willing to meet people where they are, listen to their concerns, have an open discussion, and this is an open discussion. And right now, today has nothing to do with the campaign. I want to hear what is going on in the neighborhoods and in the areas and in the cities, because come election day, I may or may not win. But the bottom line is, I have been out here and I will continue to be out here. But I need to know what is happening so that I can work with people and they work with me to find solutions.
And who should we vote for?
Cassandra McDonald.
Thank you.
Thank you.